This is Catherine Connolly, one of the three Irish presidential contenders. One of three. There's only three of them in the race. Smallest and narrowest field since 1990, apparently, after the gerrymandering and shutting out of Maria Steen. But we'll put that to the side and we're going to focus on Catherine Connolly. Catherine Connolly is a hypocrite. And if you think that's just, you're just having a go at her, you're not fond of her, Rick, you're not that keen on her, you would be right, I'm not. But she is a hypocrite, and I'm going to expose it right now. So, yesterday, she was part of a debate, and we use that term debate loosely, that took place in Galway University. And in Galway University, studying law is one of the Burkes. And he stood up and simply wanted to ask Catherine Connolly a question, because Catherine Connolly is all about free speech and expression, and she likes to see young people bettering themselves and moving on in life. But Catherine refused to speak with Mr. Burke. Catherine walked out with that stern face of hers, flabbergasted and aghast, because she can't handle being put on the spot. And to add insult to injury, we're going to see a quick clip taken yesterday of Catherine talking about how much she abhors hypocrisy. And we're going to see her exhibiting hypocrisy. And she also goes on about how much she abhors violence. And yet the spotlight has been shone upon her this week for employing and trying to employ a lady, in inverted commas, with gun crime convictions, sentenced to 6 years for gun crime. But she hates violence and she likes to see young people getting on, but not young lawyers, potential lawyers, upstanding young men who simply want to ask her a question. No, she's no time for them, but a convicted gun criminal, she's got all the time in the world. So let's hear Catherine and watch her sneaky expression and her folding of the arms. You can see through these people. Just give them enough time and you're going to see through them. So here's the hypocrite Catherine Connolly pontificating and spouting yesterday as she slithers around this potentially embarrassing question that's being asked about why she was hiring people with criminal convictions for firearms offences.
I abhor violence, all violence. I also abhor hypocrisy. And so if we have
I abhor hypocrisy. Yeah, you do, don't you?
Prison system to protect the public on the one hand, and also to rehabilitate and to allow a prisoner back into society, then we must look at that. And this was a person who had really done everything, realised what they had done was utterly wrong, rehabilitated themselves with the help of the services in the prison, carried out an MA, a PhD, started in prison, since completed, and has gone on to greater things.
Carried out a PhD in prison and has went on to greater things. All the time in the world for that girl, but no time whatsoever for young Burke, who's in university, who hasn't been to prison, and is studying law. A little bit of an imbalance going on there, don't you think?
And, you know, I'm proud of that. I'm actually proud that this person has gone on to greater things. I absolutely regret that she's been dragged into this in such a public way. And it really, really lays bare our hypocrisy. If we believe in rehabilitation, if we believe in the work that Eamon O'Keefe, Maureen O'Sullivan, Thomas Pringle do on their committees, going into prisoners.
But like I said to you, that is one side of it. That is one side, the rehabilitation and what you were trying to do. But to have somebody working in the Irish Parliament who was found in possession of guns, was found guilty of this crime by the Special Criminal Court, and who doesn't support, or certainly didn't at this time, support the Irish peace process, asks questions of your judgment.
No, quite the contrary.
Quite the contrary. She's as my old granny would have said, she's a sleeked cat. Sleeked. Sleeked Catherine. Quite the contrary. I abhor violence. Firearms offences, come on in. I abhor hypocrisy. I'm all for free speech and people expressing themselves. I won't answer your question. In fact, I'm not even going to open my mouth. Hypocrite.
I took a careful time to reflect on this. I discussed this with TDs who were part of a committee that visited Republican prisoners. I believe in rehabilitation. I believe in giving someone a chance in life. My whole life, public life, has been devoted to raising my voice for those that didn't have a chance and those that committed crime.
Oh, her whole life's been devoted to giving a voice to the voiceless. And yet, when Mr. Burke stood up yesterday as a law student at Galway University, she ignored him. She completely snubbed him out. Well, maybe she didn't, Rick. Maybe you're just imagining it. Maybe you're exaggerating. No, let me show you the clip from yesterday. Remember, this is the woman that likes to see young people getting ahead, that likes to see young people educating themselves, that likes to give a voice to the voiceless. Here we have her snubbing and shutting down a young, upstanding, smart, intelligent man with no criminal record. Seems to be a little bit of an anomaly there in her approach.
Catherine, can we speak? Can we speak? Because you say you're for free speech. These are pre-approved audience. This is a pre-approved questions. I'm a law student. I'm a law student here at free speech. Free speech. Free speech. Yeah, I'm a law student here at the University of Galway, and tonight you're here because you want to be President of Ireland. And, you know, as President of Ireland, your role will be to represent the people of Ireland. What do you have to say tonight about Elijah Burke, my brother, who was incarcerated for his beliefs on transgenderism? Do you believe that religious belief should be protected?
Good for you, son. Good for you. Listen to that. Listen to those baying little hyenas in that office, in that auditorium. This is supposed to be an open debate where a presidential candidate is coming forward to a group of students prepared to answer questions, prepared to, how would you say, dispel any fears and concerns they may have, to answer questions. And there he is being heckled and jeered because he has the audacity to stand up and ask a question. What's your position? What do you think about my brother Enoch Burke, who went to prison, spent over 500 days in Mountjoy prison on account of what he believes in, and still continues to hold his position? You would have thought Connolly would have been supportive of that, or at least addressed this young man, but no, she sat there with those lips of hers pursed tight.
My question, sorry, tonight, just for Catherine, sorry. Yeah.
There she is. Sitting there like a zombie. Send the guards in to get rid of him. Look at this.
Our questions allowed, Catherine. These are pre-approved.
Are questions allowed, Catherine? You had to submit pre-approved questions because maybe Connolly couldn't answer anything unless you knew what was coming. And look at this. We have a Garda sergeant dispatched to remove this man from the audience while his woke lefty student colleagues sit and applaud the removal of a young man who dares to express freedom of speech in a university. If this isn't an advertisement for keeping your kids the hell out of third level education, I don't know what is. Woke factories, by and large, that's what they are. Woke factories. And you know, to give him his credit, he's removed, and after the debate, he reapproaches Connolly when the event is over. And he simply says, will you answer a question? Will you answer a question? Remember, this is Catherine Connolly, who likes to give the voiceless a voice. Let's see how Catherine responds.
From questions. So Catherine Connolly is protected from questions.
Yes.
So, Catherine, can I ask a question? Catherine? You were talking on Joe Bromley yesterday about the importance of questions and debate and all that. Catherine, can we ask a question? Can I ask you a question, Catherine?
Where's the voice of the voiceless?
The questions you said on Joe Bromley yesterday, that all questions should be allowed to be asked freely. Catherine is here surrounded by Gardaí.
I'm a student at the University of Galway. I'd like to ask you a question. Sorry, no way there, please. We can't just have a talk here, no? No debate, no?
No, she's protected by the Gardaí. There she is. She drives off.
There she goes. There goes Catherine. They're probably taking her back to her crypt so she can hang upside down in the dark. You know, someone get that woman some vitamin D. Someone get her some natural sunlight. Someone give her some vitamins, for crying out loud. But remember, she's the voice of the voiceless. She likes to give the voiceless a platform, unless they're a member of the Burke family and they're asking pertinent questions. Of course, in that case, Catherine remains tight-lipped. So anyway, tell me what you think. Share this far and wide. Anyone banging on about how great they think Catherine Connolly is, forward this video to them and say, wake up, wake up. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I being too harsh? Am I being a bit over the top? Am I seeing things that aren't there? Or am I bang on point? Either way, tell me below. Share this content, cut and paste the link, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. For now, I'm Rick Munn. This is No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.